let go of him. You gotta let him go, sir.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most impactful scenes where on-screen demises were slowed down for dramatic effect. Number 20. Freak gasoline fight accident, Zoolander. Whoever said that these sorts of slow-motion death scenes also couldn't be fun, or at the very least, blackly comedic? We're not sure what's more humorous about the freak gasoline fight accident from Zoolander. The over-the-top nature of Derek's friends spraying gasoline all over each other, or the supermodel being totally cool about the whole ordeal. Derek doesn't even seem alarmed at first, smiling as the gas is seen dousing the entire scene. Then it just sort of hits the supermodel, but he's too late to stop his friends from exploding in a giant fiery conflagration. Number 19. Sarah falls to her death, cliffhanger.
And just keep looking at me. Sarah, that's great. You're starting to look like a pro. Keep going.
For this action thriller, Sylvester Stallone plays Gabe Walker, a rescue ranger who is enlisted to help stranded mountaineers in the Rocky Mountains. In this mesmerizing opening sequence, Gabe attempts to save Sarah, the girlfriend of his best friend Hal Tucker.
That's it. 1, 2. Sarah?
Oh God!
Sarah!
Since it's the opening scene, you expect Gabe to save her in the nick of time against the odds, but the movie defies expectations and drops Sarah to her death, all in dramatic slow motion, allowing the viewer to relish in the shock factor. That scream would haunt our dreams for years to come. Number 18. Bomb Goes Boom, The Hurt Locker.
25
meters.
Roger that. You are now in the kill zone.
In 2008, director Catherine Bigelow took the world by storm with this intense masterpiece about, well, pretty much about disarming bombs, but damn, did it do that well. In the riveting opening sequence, Sergeant Matthew Thompson, played brilliantly by Guy Pearce, attempts to disarm a bomb before realizing that it is unstoppable, and he runs away in fright.
Put down the cell phone! Get out of the way! Drop your phone! Put it down! Go get it!
The shot of the bomb exploding in slow motion sends the viewer into shock and awe, and provides one of the film's many gorgeous and heart-stopping sequences. Future directors, take note. This is how you make a war movie. Number 17. A Final Charge, The Last Samurai.
I should have died so many times before.
Now you live again.
Yes.
It was not your time.
Just because 2003's The Last Samurai dramatized the real-life stories of Eugène Kolash, Jules Brunet, and Enomoto Takeaki during the Boshin War didn't mean that the end results were without emotional pathos. The final charge of Captain Nathan Algren and Lord Moritsugu Katsumoto is a fatalistic one, a last stand where both men know full well the likely outcome.
Get him. All of them. Now!
Katsumoto's death arrives by his own hands, with the assistance of Algren. But the Gatling gun fire is shot in painful slow motion. It's these bullet wounds that push Katsumoto and his cavalry to the brink of death, although the sacrifice of this titular last samurai does not ever feel in vain. Number 16. Ma inhales slow-mo and gets pushed out a window. Dread.
Citizen Ma, your crimes are multiple homicide and the manufacture and distribution of narcotics. How do you plead?
We have to marvel at what a good slow-motion sequence can do for a film. While Dread was well received by critics, this final scene is pure cinematic ecstasy. After pushing Mama out of a window, viewers are treated to a dazzling sequence full of reflective shining glass and divinely colorful shots. The slow, atmospheric music helps to flawlessly set the tone for the scene, and it proved to be a stunning sequence in a movie that critics and audiences were willing to write off as just another violent escapade at the cinema. Number 15, Ripley's Fall, Alien 3.
You're crazy.
There certainly is a lot to love about David Fincher's controversial Alien 3, including the memorable slow-motion demise of Ellen Ripley. The last survivor of the Nostromo has been propagated with the embryo of an alien queen, but we don't see the final reveal until that evocative shot of Ripley falling into the furnace. The queen xenomorph erupts from Ripley as she tumbles down the shaft, cradled in the hero's arms as she chooses self-destruction over assisting the Weyland-Yutani Company achieve their goals. It's bittersweet, to be sure, but at least fans didn't have to wait too long for Ripley to return, in clone form anyway, in Alien Resurrection. Number 14, Ricky is shot, Boys in the Hood.
Let's go. All right, wait a minute, man. Let's split up. No, man, I don't think we should do that. I mean, if we gotta throw some heads, I think it'd be better if we're together.
It looks like a bad dream or a nightmare. Ricky's death by gunshot at the hands of gang members doesn't spare the audience's feelings, nor does it shy away from the brutality of the situation. The slow motion here feels agonizing as Morris Chestnut runs for his life, attempting to escape the assassin's bullet.
Ricky!
Co-star Cuba Gooding Jr. is also shot in this fashion, running towards Ricky in a futile attempt to stop what he already knows is tragically true. The practical effects of the bullet squib on Chestnut only add to the visceral power the scene still possesses today.
Ricky! Help me! Help me! Somebody help me!
Number 13, A Heroic Tragedy, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's one of the most iconic series of panels in comic book history. This meant that a lot was riding on director Mark Webb and crew when it came to shooting The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The familiarity audiences likely had with the source material meant that this film could even afford to get artsy with the execution. Emma Stone's facial expression as Gwen Stacy is tragically beautiful as she's tossed from the clock tower by Green Goblin. Andrew Garfield's real-life romantic history with Stone also comes into play, and the actor's grief at not being able to save his doomed love feels legitimately emotional and powerful.
Gwen? Hey. Breathe. Hey.
Number 12, Goose is Gone, Top Gun.
Mav's in trouble. He's in a flat spin. He's heading out to sea.
Altitude 8,000, 7,000, 6. We're at 6, Mav. Pin forward, Goose. I can't reach the ejection handle.
Masculine men from all walks of life felt the need to cry during this emotional send-off to Nick Goose Bradshaw. Action fans during this era often felt that their heroes were invulnerable, because they usually were. And granted, Tom Cruise's Maverick does manage to successfully eject from his F-14, but his wingman isn't so lucky and Goose crashes into the canopy of their jet.
Eject! I'm trying! Eject! Watch the canopy!
The actual impact that breaks Bradshaw's neck is thankfully brief, but this brevity doesn't lessen its impact. It's a tragedy for both Maverick and the Top Gun audience.
Goose! Goose! Oh no! Oh! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh. Oh.
Number 11, Lord Cutler in Chaos, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Lord Cutler Beckett was a satisfying antagonist for the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise. A charismatic villain with understandable motives, he nevertheless earns villain status via the means with which he achieves his ends. This is in part what makes his demise at the climax of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End feel so satisfying and earned. The disappointed look of finality washes over Cutler's face as his HMS Endeavour is annihilated by the combined forces of the Black Pearl and the Flying Dutchman. He knows the end is near, with the cannonball chaos that surrounds him effectively sealing his doom. Number 10. Beauty Kills the Beast, King Kong. The demise of the eighth wonder of the world, King Kong, always arrives with a certain amount of melancholy. This was, after all, a creature that didn't ask to be taken from Skull Island nor brought to New York City. Kong's death has been beautifully and tragically shot many times over the years, but the slow-motion manner chosen by director Peter Jackson feels indebted to the man's love for the original. Jackson just can't seem to let the big ape go, and there isn't a dry eye in the house as Kong tumbles from the Empire State Building down to the street below.
Man.
Number 9. Cry for Freedom, Braveheart.
Just say it. Cry out. Mercy.
We don't really need to see the nuts and bolts of what's happening to William Wallace to know that it hurts. This leader for Scottish independence is being executed slowly and deliberately, but fans of Braveheart know full well what the scene is driving toward. Wallace's cry for freedom amidst all of his pain isn't just lip service, it's one of the film's central themes. Braveheart was a film that felt realistic and violent, but never exploitative. As a result, the slow motion of Wallace's noble death scene doesn't feel like a cheap shot, but a fulfilling ending to an epic story. Number 8. The Comedian, Watchmen.
Just a matter of time, I suppose.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's portrayal of the comedian still serves as one of the most reprehensible villains within the comic book movie medium. The character's death kicks off Zack Snyder's 2009 adaptation of this fan-favorite comic in evocative style. The comedian is attacked by a mysterious and shadowy figure before unceremoniously being tossed out of his apartment window.
Darling.
It's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am.
The blood-stained button that follows him down sets the stage for Snyder's epic retelling of Alan Moore's story. Although at this point, we're left with more questions than answers. This will soon change, yet the memory and visual of the comedian's last ride stays with us forever.
Guy was built like a linebacker.
Yeah, I saw the body. For a guy his age, he was in terrific shape.
You mean apart from being dead?
Number 7. I Live, I Die, I Live Again. Mad Max: Fury Road.
I live, I die, I live again!
The idea of a heroic sacrifice within the confines of a movie is nothing new, usually existing as a means for a secondary character to buy the main protagonist a little time. Nux may speak the mantra of I live, I die, I live again early on in Mad Max: Fury Road, but Nicholas Holt's character has changed by the time of the sacrifice. The illusion of Immortan Joe's control over this war boy has been shattered, with Nux shifting allegiances to assist Imperator Furiosa and Mad Max. This makes his wrecking of the rig in Fury Road's final act feel fitting, although, if we're being honest, we were sorry to witness Nux go. Number 6. Apollo Creed, Rocky IV.
No matter what. No matter what.
In this fourth... Okay, that's enough. In this fourth installment of the series, good old Rocky travels to Moscow in order to get revenge on Ivan Drago for killing his friend and mentor, Apollo Creed. Oh, and to seemingly end the Cold War by himself, but that's a whole other thing.
I just want to say one thing to my kid who should be home sleeping. Merry Christmas, kid!
You see what you got to this spot, buddy! I love you!
Apollo's death scene is perhaps one of the few dramatic moments in this otherwise goofy film that actually works, and it is undoubtedly helped by the use of slow motion. It's used to great effect in the final punch, giving it that much more oomph, and lends dramatic weight to Creed's falling body. Number 5. Dumbledore's death. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Severus. Please.
Snape kills Dumbledore. While that particular spoiler may be old news by now, it was everywhere in the late 2000s. And this movie beautifully captured the powerful wizard's death and perfectly translated it to the big screen. After arriving back from his and Harry's trip to the zombie cave, Snape uses the Avada Kedavra curse and knocks Dumbledore off the clock tower.
Avada Kedavra.
It's a heart-stopping moment, and the slow motion is put to perfect use to amplify the drama of the scene. We can only watch in horror as Dumbledore falls away from the camera and out of the story forever. Number 4. Ambushed, Bonnie and Clyde.
What you got there? I got a flat tire, I ain't got no spare.
Hey. It's perhaps one of the most obvious examples of bullet ballet slow-motion death scene artistry on this list. The ending to director Arthur Penn's Bonnie and Clyde helped push forward the boundaries of acceptable violence on the silver screen. It also served as a stunning example of the new Hollywood era of American filmmaking.
Is that your money or the bank's?
Mine.
All right. You keep it then. Next time I'll aim a little lower.
Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow are making the mistake so many criminals make mere moments before their deaths. They lose focus. Granted, they don't know that the father of their partner, C.W. Moss, has sold them out to the authorities. Bonnie and Clyde's brief moment of lapsed attention is shattered in a hail of gunfire, as hidden gunmen riddle them with bullets. It's tough to watch, even by today's standards. Number 3. Boramir gets pelted with arrows. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. You can't have a death-related list without Sean Bean. The Lord of the Rings films don't kill off major characters often, but when they do, the impact is heavily felt. At the end of this installment, when the Fellowship is traveling to Parth Galen, they are ambushed by Uruk-hai, and their leader Lurtz fires multiple arrows into Boromir's chest. The scene will bring tears to your eyes due to its soft music and stirring use of slow motion, making Boromir's sacrifice and last stand that much more powerful. While Boromir had his flaws, his extraordinary send-off more than redeems him.
They took the little ones. He's down. Frodo. Where is Frodo?
I let Frodo go.
Then you did what I could not.
Number 2. Happy Trails, Hans. Die Hard.
Happy trails, Hans.
Die Hard is a true action classic, not only due to its everyman hero and realistic approach, but also due to its marvelous villain Hans Gruber, played superbly by Alan Rickman. When John McClane finally arrives to rescue his wife Holly, he sends Hans tumbling out the window. After John releases Holly's watch, we watch in morbid wonder as Hans's face slowly changes from confidence to fright as he realizes his death is imminent. Fun fact, the wondrous effect was used by actually dropping Alan Rickman onto the safety airbag on the count of 2 instead of 3.
Well, I hope that's not a hostage.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Elias is gunned down. Platoon.
Back down! Back down there!
Still 100 block over. There's still one on the deck down there. Over the gunships, I say.
One of the most parodied death scenes in film, Elias's demise is heroic, heartbreaking, and entirely captivating to witness thanks in no small part to its use of slow motion. After Barnes tells the platoon that Elias has been killed, after shooting him himself, Elias dramatically emerges from the trees and is gunned down in front of his fellow soldiers. The music swells to epic proportions, and we watch in astonishment as Elias gets more and more wounded, eventually reaching to the heavens before succumbing to his injuries. It is truly one of the most memorable scenes in film history. What to you is most impactful about the art of slow motion? Let us know in the comments.